Hello everybody, we are back with another Magic the Gathering video. I went to the Wilds of Eldraine pre-release event last night. I was a little late to take part in the actual, open packs and play thing, but I was able to buy a pre-release box, so we're going to get a general idea of what we can expect in the Wilds of Eldraine set coming up, which will be releasing very soon. With that being said, once again, let's change the scenery a little bit. I did also buy one set booster of the Eldraine, and we can just quickly see some of the things from that set booster. We have Elusive Otter, Sleight of Hand, Dark Tutelage. I really like these purple. I see a few of those cards. I was buying singles last night as well. I saw a bunch of those purple cards. I like them a lot. But we also have Elvira, Dreaming Duelist, Legendary Creature. A lot of fairies in this pack. And, the fairies are swamped, so I'm kind of into that. I've been looking into making a mono white angel and a mono red dragon. So, like, a mono black fairy would be pretty cool. Just jump into the new set with. That would be interesting. So, I'm thinking about adding that to my angel deck. And Royal Treatment, Stockpiling Celebrants. I wasn't totally sold on the idea of, like, the fairy tale type cards again. Like, I have the Phyrexia and the Kamigawa, and I really like how it's, like, a different feel, different look on everything. I appreciate that. I will be honest with you, my buddy got the Sir Ginger, the meal ender with the gingerbread man, and yeah, for the kind of people that kind of like that kind of stuff, that's the thing those people like, but I'm not sold on that yet. I'm kind of more into the more artsy things, but I see the audience for it. So without any more discussion, let's get into the Magic the Gathering Wilds of Eldraine pre-release box. It's going to come with, I believe, I don't know, 6 packs, I believe. So let's jump right in. We have cardboard. Good people of Edgewall, come step with my beat past Hamlet and Cottage and Cobblestone Street, or river and stream, bewitched and beguiled. Oh, follow me into the wilds. All right. So we have the counters. We have what I assume are, I don't know what those are. Probably deck dividers, maybe. A little small for deck dividers, but. And we have the box. I like this die. My buddy opened this last night too, so I really like the black and purple. It's going to match with my Kamigawa die. Oh, we got a crit! Let's go! Anyway, so that's to the side. Big fan of that. We have, oh, okay. This is not what my friend got. I really liked what he got in his, if I can remember what it was. But we have the Elf Knight, Sentinel of Lost Lore. There's a battlefield, return the target card and exile that vegetable land. Pretty good card. I really liked what, and then we have tokens in here. I really liked what my buddy got yesterday, so I might try to give him a little trade for that one. Let's see what these tokens look like. Got Monster, Sorcerer, Wicked, and Cursed. Not bad, not bad. All right. All that aside, we have Know Your Role. We Very cute. We have here is, ooh, here's the deck divider. I like that a lot. That's cute. I got some art cards that I'm pretty hyped about. I'd like the art cards. Here is the code for Arena to get some Wilds of Eldraine, 6 Wilds of Eldraine booster in MTG Arena. Very cool. We have 6 draft boosters here. And let's get started. Pretty excited for this. Like I said, I wasn't really totally sold on the whole fairy tale concept, but I just finished building my, not building, I bought a Phyrexia Precon, and I've added to it, some things to it, so I'm pretty hyped about that. I'm currently building a Samurai Kamigawa Commander, red and white from scratch. So, why not just jump into something new here? We got Screen Puff. Perfect first example of the cards I'm not totally into, but a 4/5 Death Touch. I don't know what the food tokens are, but it's an artifact with 2 times sacrifice the artifact, gain 3 life. Seems like a pretty good card. It's kind of also a cream puff. So we have that. We have that going for us. Got Balluna's Gatekeeper. Giants. I dig these whole adventure, the books now. That's 6/5, not bad. Return target creature you don't control with mana 3 or less to its owner's hand. Moment of Valor. Toadstool Admirer. Got Rat Out. 1 target creature gets -1/-1 until the end of the turn. You create a 1/1 black rat creature token. And I said this before in my last video, but there is no other smell of a new card smell rather than the MTG cards. They have such a unique smell to them. We have Mocking Sprite, Fairy Rogue, Cut In, Young Hero Roll Token, Territorial Witch Stalker, Tattered Ratter, Human Peasant. Whenever a rat you control becomes blocked, the game's +2. I got a lot of rat cards. Somebody made a comment, rat, in my previous video, and boy howdy, do I have a lot of rat cards lying around and in my decks. So, Greta, the Sweet Tooth Scourge. Interesting. I assume a knockoff of Hansel and Gretel. Gummy Worm, Bell Axe, Cupcakes. That's cool. Again, so like I said, this is not entirely my thing. Maybe there's a spot for me to build a deck eventually with this kind of stuff, but, you know, for the time being, it's just not entirely my thing. Creature Fairy Warlock, I have another one of those already. These Nightmare creatures are pretty cool looking. I saw a few of those. I see, look at that right there. Power is equal to the number of creatures in all graveyards. I like seeing those effects. Utopia Sprawl. Enchanted Aura. Utopia Sprawl is the battlefield. Choose a color. When the enchanted forest is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional 1. Look at that. Rhyme for Reindeer. An Elk. Holofoil. When an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, tap the target creature and opponent controls. I like that Swamp card. Big fan of the full art Swamps. The Kamigawas still have my favorite. I really, really like the Phyrexia full arts for the land cards as well. And we have a human token. Alright, pack number 1. I'm going to separate these by pack just so I can know what I'm doing. I'm very particular about how my Magic cards are organized, and much different to how the Pokemon cards I have are organized. Pack number 2. I actually really can't wait to play these cards. At least put a couple of them in my deck. Another Nightmare creature. Whenever an enchantment you control is put into the graveyard from this battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life. I like that. Wicked Visitor. I definitely see, for the most part, I definitely see a mono black deck coming out of this set for me, personally. Well, we'll see where it goes from there. Into the Fey Court, draw 3 cards, create a 1/1 blue fairy token, with flying. Hopeful Vigil. I have a White Knight token somewhere. Return from the wilds. I just got a 1/1 white human token. I think it was white. Rat out again. Candy Grapple. This new bargain. You may sacrifice an artifact, enchantment, or token as you cast the spell. Target creature gets -3/-3 until the end of the turn. If the spell was bargained, the creature gets a 5/5 instead. Good card. Just like I said, it's, you know, it's a far stretch from the things that I'm kind of into in the Magic cards, but doesn't mean I can't learn to love it eventually. Protective Parents, like, the artwork is so great on these cards as well. Just, I think the uniqueness and the creativity to come out with these new sets and just have something just different, artistic, and even the effects too, it's crazy. When Protective Parents died, create a young hero roll. Alright, so there's a lot of tokens. Bespoke Battle Garb. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if 2 or more non-land permanents enter the battlefield under your control this turn, attach Bespoke Battle Garb, blah, blah, blah. We have Knight of the Sweet's Revenge. Create a food token. Alright. Succumb to the Cold. 1 or 2 target creatures an opponent controls, put the stun counter on each of them. Sir Armont the Redeemer. Sire Armont the Redeemer. When Sire Armont the Redeemer enters the battlefield, create a monster roll token. Redcap Gutter Dweller. Goblin Warrior. Menace. Redcap enters 1/1 black rat creature token. Knightly Valor. When Knightly Valor, so many of these token cards. Ooh. More tokens. Creatures tokens you control get a +1/1 and have vigilance. That's a good... That might have a place in my other deck. And we have a land. Island. Third pack. About to hit the halfway point of this opening. Hot new reprints of all your favorite Deckmaster cards. Food. There's our first food token. Alright. There we go. We have Not Dead After All. Until the end of the turn, target creature you control gains. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. Create a Wicked Roll token attached to it. Where are these tokens? What does the Wicked Roll token do? Enchant creature gets 1/1. When its aura is put into the graveyard from an opponent, each opponent loses a life. The Curse token. Enchanted creature has base power and toughness of 1/1. Monster token. Enchanted creature gets 1/1 and has trample. And the Sorcerer token has 1/1, and when this creature attacks, scry 1. Okay. Alright. Not Dead After All. Spell Stutter. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 2, with an additional 1 for each fairy you control. Charmed Clothier. Create a Royal Roll token attached to another target creature you control. Okay. Curse of the Werefox. Create a monster token attached to a target creature you control. When you do that, the creature fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Shatter the Oath. Wicked Roll token attached to up to 1 target. Grand Ball Guest, another human peasant. 1/1 and has trample. 2 or more non-land permanents. Enter the battlefield new turn. Borrow Naughty. Flying fairy with lifelink as long as you control another fairy. I'm thinking a mono black fairy deck might be the move here. We have a non-hollow foil version of Rhyme for Reindeer, which is Mark. Discard a card to draw 2. Create a Wicked Roll token. Frolicking Familiar. This kind of goes with that elusive otter that I got. Otter Wizard. I like that. I dig that. Tough Cookie. Here we go. This is a prime example of what I'm talking about. While it is hilarious, it's a thing. I don't know. I'm sure I'll learn to like it eventually. Just once I get enough of these cards, like, it'll be funny enough to make a whole thing out of it. I'm sure. But when it enters the battlefield, create a food token. Gain 3 life. Okay. The food tokens concept seems pretty cool. I could get behind it. It's just a whole lot to handle with everything else I'm making right now, too. So, Gallant Pie Wielder, first strike, Dwarf Knight creature. Gallant Pie Wielder has double strike as long as 2 or more non-land permanents enter the battlefield under your control this turn. Hello. The End. Spell costs 2 less mana to cast your life. If it is 5 or less, exile target creature or planeswalker, search its controller graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with the same name as that permanent and exiles them. Player shuffles and draws a card for each card exiled their hand this way. Griffin Airy. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, create a 2/2 white griffin creature token with flying. And we have a mountain. Pack number 4. Heyo. Alright. Another human token. Alright, Titanic Growth. I have the Phyrexian version of this card, and it's a good card. It is a good card. I like that card. Warehouse Tabby, let's go. My dream is to one day create a cat deck. I love my cats, and I love cat magic cards. And more rat creature tokens. Diminisher Witch. When it enters the battlefield, if it was bargained, create a cursed roll token and attach to target creature your opponent controls. Break the spell, destroy an enchantment. If permanent you control is destroyed or token this way, draw a card. Hamlet Glutton. Trample, enters the battlefield, gain 3 life. Oh, 6/6. Edgewell Pack. That is a rat leading a pack of dogs. Okay. More rat tokens. Prophetic Prism. Frantic Firebolt. Deals X damage to target creature where X is 2 plus the number of cards in your graveyard that are instants, sorceries, or have an adventure. Return Triumphant. 3 or less from regard to the battlefield. Create Young Hero roll. Back 4 seconds. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. If this spell is bargained, you may put those cards with mana 4 or less in the battlefield instead of putting in your hand. Eerie Interference. Prevent all damage that would do to Tenacious Tome Seeker. Return target instant or sorcery in the graveyard to your hand. Okay. The Iron Crag. Another intangible virtue. Planes. And there's our human token. Alright. Pack number 5. We are almost 20 minutes in. hot new reprints of all your favorite Deckmaster cards. We have the Young Heroes at Hookin, finally. What does this do? Enchanted creature has, whenever the creature attacks, its toughness is 3 or less, put a 1/1 counter on it. The Royal Token. Enchanted creature gets 1/1 and has Ward 1. Alright, so put those up there together. Alright, we got Conceited Witch. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Aquatic Alchemist. Plunge into Winter. Curse of Werefox again. Sugar Rush. Targets 3+0+ until end of turn and draw a card. Redcap Thief. Torch the Tower. Snare Master Sprites. Royal Treatment. Hexproof, Royal Token. Lord Skitter's Butcher, a rat peasant. When the Butcher enters the battlefield, choose one, create a black rat token, or sacrifice another creature if you do scry 2. Then draw a card. Creature you control gains menace until the end of the turn. Shrouded Shepherd. This might be an angel deck thing. Nope. No, it's fine. Yeah, I dig that. Creatures your opponent controls get 1/1 until the end of the turn. Okay. Farsight Ritual. Dragon Mantle. That looks pretty cool. Enchanted creature has mountain. This creature gets +1. Interesting. That's going to the dragon deck for damn sure. Besotted Knight. Like the little fox guy. 3/3. Greater World Token. Okay. And we have another island land. Here we go, the last pack of our Wilds of Eldraine pre-release booster box. What do we have here? What's in here? Another human token. Stockpiling Celebrants. Seen that one. Spider Food. Destroy up to 1 target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. Create a food token. Not Dead After All. Spell Stutter. Charm Clothier. Freeze in Place. Grand Ball Guest. Bunch of repeats on this pack. Borrow Naughty. Another Rhyme for Reindeer. Charade of Numbing Depths. Merfolk Wizard. When Charade of Numbing Depth enters the battlefield, tap a target creature an opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. So whenever you tap one or more untapped creatures your opponent controls, draw a card. Ability triggers once per turn. Bitter Chill. Neva Stalked by Nightmares. Menace. When Neva Stalked by Nightmares enters the battlefield, return target creature or enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. Emodane the Pyro Hammer. A lot of legendary, 3 legendary creatures in this one pack. Whenever an instant or sorcery spell you control targets, only a single creature deals damage to that creature. Emodane deals that much damage to each opponent. Cool. Griffin Airy. Swamp. Land card. And our human token. Not a bad box. Definitely, like I said, it's definitely something I'm going to be into and grab some more packs of for sure, just to kind of see what else is in there. If anything, I see a couple things I'd like to put in some of my other decks. Aside from that, The potential for a black fairy deck is there. I don't really see much. I feel like a food deck would be too easy. Being the bigger guy I am, it'd probably look kind of funny. But not bad. It was a nice little event. A lot of players there. And let's find out how this set turns out and what we can build from it. I still have to do a video showing what kind of decks I was able to make. I have my black, blue, and green Ninjutsu, and I have my black, white, and green Phyrexia. I'll keep updates on those. And thank you again for watching. Comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. Let me know what you'd like to see me open next, and we keep up with the current deck builds. Thank you again, guys. Have a nice day.